artists, welcome to Art with Mrs. Klein. We're going to learn about another great artist this week. Last time we learned about Claude Monet, who loved nature. He would go out and paint in nature all the time. Well, I was looking through my art books and I found another artist who liked nature, but in a very different way than Monet. He was working 300 years before Monet in the 1500s. His name was Arcimboldo, Giuseppe Arcimboldo, an Italian artist, and he would see fruits and vegetables and imagine them as faces. He had a pretty good sense of humor. When I was looking through my book, I found this picture. This is Rudolph II, the Holy Roman Emperor, and Arcimboldo gave him a pear for a nose and an ear of corn as an ear. Get it? Ear of corn, ear. Pretty funny. Well, he also was pretty clever. I was looking through this book and I found this picture. It's a bowl full of vegetables. So it looks like a regular, ordinary bowl, not too exciting. But when you turn it upside down, the bowl becomes a hat and the vegetables become a face. Pretty clever, Giuseppe Arcimboldo. I hope you enjoyed looking at the pictures that I put in my lesson and hope you could find all the different fruits and vegetables. And I hope you really had a good time doing that. But today we are going to be making our own portraits in the style of Giuseppe Arcimboldo. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do it. The first way is going to be a collage, which means you cut out paper and you paste it together. The second way is going to be a drawing or a painting. And the third way, the most delicious way, is going to be an assemblage. An assemblage just means that you take objects and you put them together. So you can imagine what we're going to do for a delicious Arcimboldo assemblage. So I'm very excited to this project with you. Why don't you come meet me at the demonstration table and we'll get started. All right, it's time to start our Arcimboldo project. So the first thing I said we could make was a collage. In order to make the collage, you're going to need the face template and 2 or 3 copies of this fruit and vegetable coloring sheet. You can find both these things on page 5 and 6 of the lesson. So you need those 2 things, then you're going to need a glue stick, you're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need some markers or colored pencils or crayons to color in the fruits and vegetables. So after you color all of these fruits and vegetables in, you're going to cut them out. I have some that I've already done here. And the apple and pear, corn. All right, so after you get all those colored in and cut out however you would like to have them cut out, and then you're going to assemble them on the template however you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just have fun. So you're going to have some overlap others. So maybe the apple goes there, but I'm going to put that lime on top of it. Here's a bunch of grapes. Wouldn't that make a really funny beard? So you're just going to keep moving them around until you get something that you like. And then you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue it all down. If you don't have a glue stick, you can do regular glue. And if you really don't have any glue, you could just mix a little flour and water, and that actually makes glue. It's a little lumpy, so I don't suggest it, but if you're desperate, that's what you can do. So here's the one that I finished. I glued it all down. Broccoli hair, banana forehead. It was pretty fun to do. You make yours however you want. And if you don't want to just use the coloring sheet, if you have something like this, like one of the grocery store circulars, there's tons of fruits and vegetables and things like that in here that you could just cut out and collage in. And so that's how you're going to make your collage. Now I told you the second way we were going to do this was to make a drawing or a painting. So let me move that out of the way. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with that template again. And you could either draw this on your own, or I'll show you an easier way. You take the template, you put a piece of paper over it, and if you look really carefully, you could see it through, and then I'm just gonna trace it when I see. So I'm gonna trace around the outside just very lightly so I know where everything goes. Here's the ear, here's another ear. This is where the mouth's gonna be. The nose, I'm just gonna show how big that nose is gonna be, and then my neck and my shoulders. All right, the fun part, I need to imagine what's gonna go on there, fruits and vegetables or anything you can think of. So I'm gonna start maybe with the nose, and I'm gonna start by making it a pear shape. I don't know if this looks great, but that's okay. I'm just having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. What kind of thing could I put here for the mouth? I was thinking maybe it kind of looks like a watermelon, like a slice of watermelon. So maybe I would put a slice of watermelon there. Maybe I would do, I kind of like the idea of lemons or oranges for the eyes. So I'm gonna make a circle. If you're having trouble drawing a circle, you could just take something like a cup or something like that and put it on and trace it around. That's perfectly fine to do. All right, the thing that I want you to remember though is when, let's say I do put this orange slice here for the eye, and I decide maybe I want to put some grapes here, so I start drawing my grapes, and look, they overlap here. So what you're gonna have to decide is the orange on top or is the grape on top? So I'm gonna make my orange on top, so I'm gonna erase that. So you just wanna erase where it overlaps, or you can just kind of squeeze in things inside there, okay? So I'm not gonna take all your time by drawing this in front of you, but you draw whatever you want. It does not have to look like mine. It can look just like yours. So here's one that I already did. So I drew it all in pencil first. Then I decided to go over it with a Sharpie marker, but you don't have to do that. And then I decided to add color by using watercolors. But you could use markers, colored pencils, whatever you want. This is your art project. Now, did you know that Arcimboldo didn't just use fruits and vegetables in his portraits? He also used other things. So one of the things he did use in some of his portraits were flowers and leaves and things like that. So maybe you went outside in the spring and you were planting flowers and you got really inspired by flowers. So you could do the same thing like I did with the fruits and vegetables, but you could do flowers and leaves. So here's one that I started. I decided I wanted to start with the eyes because that seems pretty simple to me. So I started with circles and then turned these into sunflowers by adding more and more petals. And then I thought I would be kind of clever like Arcimboldo, and for the lips, I drew a tulip. Get it? Tulips, lips, ha ha ha. Mrs. Klein is so funny. So I drew those, and then I just kind of like filled in the spaces with petals and leaves, so I could just put like a flower back here. But remember, if they overlap, you just want to erase where they overlap. And then I used colored pencils and I filled that in. So I probably will go back later today and finish this up because it was so much fun. All right, so there is a drawing, a painting, a collage, and then I said the final way was going to be an assemblage, which is really just taking objects and putting them together to make something. So here's my delicious Arcimboldo assemblage. So I used a pear, I used oranges, and I think I want to have a little bit of hair, so maybe I'm just going to put a little bit of lettuce there, but you can do whatever you want. I saw somebody once use spaghetti for hair. So here we go. Here's my Arcimboldo assemblage. Voila! My title for this is called Afternoon Snack, and it is quite delicious. And after I go today, I'm going to go open this banana and eat it all up. So there you have it. You could do an assemblage that's quite delicious with food that you find in your home, or you could do a drawing or painting, maybe flowers, or you could do fruits and vegetables, or you can always do a collage. So there are 3 different ways you can make your Arcimboldo pictures, and I hope you have a really good time doing that. And please send me an email of them if you would like to. I would love to see your art. I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you next time.